I moved to the Appalachian Mountains several years ago to live off the land. This is what my life is like living in the woods of West Virginia. Where I live, it's hard to get internet service out here in the woods, so it's slow going, uploading videos and getting the word out about my homestead. It's been a long time since I shared an update with all of you, and in this video, I'll fill you in on what's been going on around here. We've got some projects we're working on that are really exciting, but first, let me tell you a little bit about where I am. The Appalachian Mountains are located in eastern North America and stretch from southern Pennsylvania all the way down through West Virginia, eastern Kentucky, southwestern Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, and even Alabama. The entire range has many different names depending on the area. We are in the northern section of West Virginia. To be more specific, we're located in the Allegheny Mountain region, which is the northernmost extension of the Appalachians. This area of West Virginia has a unique climate and geography. Summers can be hot and humid, and winters see heavy snowfall and freezing rain. Spring and fall can be mild or very cold, depending on the year. Winters out here are magical. There's nothing like waking up to a fresh snowfall in the mountains. I love to hike in the wintertime when there's a light dusting of snow on the ground. In the summertime, it gets pretty buggy, but there's plenty of places to escape the heat and humidity, like swimming holes and creeks. The Appalachian Mountains are known for their hardwood forests, which consist mainly of oak, hickory, maple, and birch trees. There's also plenty of pine and spruce trees mixed in throughout the area. This part of the mountain is known for its spruce and fir trees. In the valleys, you'll find a lot of agricultural land used for farming crops such as corn, soybeans, and hay. When people think of West Virginia, they usually think of coal mining, and this area was once a major producer of bituminous coal. However, these days, most of the mining is done by large corporations who extract mountaintop removal mining. Most of us out here don't approve of that kind of mining. Thankfully, there are still some small family-owned coal operations that practice a method of mining called contour mining, which is much more environmentally friendly and safer for the surrounding communities. If you want to learn more about the environmental impact of mining, I did a video last summer that goes into more detail. Besides coal, West Virginia is also known for its natural gas production. Natural gas is extracted through hydraulic fracturing, also known as fracking. This is another controversial process that's become increasingly popular in recent years. Many people here in West Virginia support fracking because it provides jobs and revenue for the state, but others worry about its potential impact on the environment and public health. And then there's timber. Timber has always been an important industry in West Virginia, and it continues to be a major employer today. Many small towns rely on the timber industry for jobs. In fact, the town I grew up in was named after a lumber baron who owned most of the land around there. These days, much of the timber harvested in West Virginia is used to produce paper and other wood products. Agriculture also plays a significant role in the economy of West Virginia. While it's not as prevalent as in other states, agriculture still contributes significantly to the state's economy. The main crops grown in West Virginia include corn, soybeans, hay, and wheat. Livestock production is also important, with cattle, hogs, and poultry being raised across the state. Despite facing challenges due to changing consumer demands and market fluctuations, agriculture remains a vital part of West Virginia's economic landscape. As far as wildlife goes, this area is full of white-tailed deer, wild turkeys, and black bear. There are also smaller populations of elk. West Virginia is known for its wild and abundant population of elk, and there are elk herds all throughout this area of West Virginia. The forests are also home to a variety of smaller animals, including squirrels, rabbits, and foxes. In the streams and rivers, you'll find trout, bass, and catfish. Now that you know a little bit more about where I live, let me fill you in on what's been going on around here. First off, we've had a busy spring planting season. I started my first seeds indoors at the end of January this year, and we've been planting ever since. This year we planted over 2,000 vegetable plants, including tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, squash, watermelons, and cantaloupes. We also planted a cover crop of buckwheat and crimson clover. Buckwheat is a fast-growing grain that will help improve the soil fertility. Crimson clover is a legume that fixes nitrogen in the soil, which will benefit the vegetables that follow. In addition to our vegetable garden, we're also growing a variety of herbs and flowers. Herbs such as oregano, thyme, and rosemary add flavor to our meals and have insecticidal properties. Flowers like zinnias and cosmos attract pollinators and add beauty to our homestead. I have a whole separate garden dedicated to growing medicinal herbs. Some of the herbs I grow include echinacea, lavender, and St. John's wort. Speaking of flowers, this year I planted a small orchard consisting of apple, pear, plum, and cherry trees. I'm looking forward to harvesting fresh fruit in a few years. This past year, I also built 2 greenhouses, one for starting seedlings and another for growing vegetables. These are made out of PVC pipe and plastic sheeting. They may not be as fancy as some of the ones you see online, but they do the job. Another project I worked on last year was building a root cellar. Root cellars are underground chambers used for storing root vegetables and other perishables during the winter months. I built mine out of concrete blocks and it's insulated with sawdust and clay. It's a great way to extend the life of your harvest and have fresh vegetables throughout the winter. One of the most exciting developments on our homestead is the addition of chickens and ducks. We started with a small flock of 10 chickens and 6 ducks. They're doing well, and we're looking forward to harvesting their eggs soon. We plan on expanding our flock in the future. In addition to raising animals for their eggs, we're also interested in raising meat birds and rabbits. Meat birds are a great way to quickly put meat in the freezer, and rabbits are easy to raise and can provide a steady supply of food. Our property is also home to a variety of wildlife, including white-tailed deer, wild turkeys, and black bear. We've seen all 3 of these animals on our trail cameras, and occasionally we're lucky enough to spot them in person. We enjoy hiking and fishing in the nearby mountains and streams. The natural beauty of the area is truly breathtaking, and we feel fortunate to live in such a peaceful place. However, living in the woods of West Virginia does come with its share of challenges. One of the biggest issues we face is the lack of infrastructure. Roads are often poorly maintained and internet and cell phone service are unreliable. Additionally, healthcare and emergency services can be difficult to access, especially in the winter months when the roads are snowed in. Despite these challenges, we wouldn't trade living in the mountains for anything. We love the peace and quiet and the opportunity to live a more sustainable lifestyle. We're excited to continue growing our homestead and sharing our experiences with all of you. In the coming months, we plan on building a cabin to use as a rental property. We hope that our cabin will provide a peaceful getaway for those looking to experience the beauty of the mountains. Additionally, we're committed to practicing sustainable agriculture and forestry techniques on our land. We believe in preserving the natural resources of our area, and we're constantly learning new ways to improve our methods. Thank you for joining us on our journey. We're excited to continue sharing our experiences with you, and we hope that you're able to learn something new from our videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, so you never miss an update from our homestead.